I'm testing to see if my voice is getting picked up. I think it is. Right, as far as I know, yeah, as it's working now, I can see the bar going up. This is me on my Twitch channel where I can edit videos and stuff and delete them. But what we're going to do is, I'm using not XSplit, I'm using, what the hell do you call it again? Mirrorless Action to do this. So you're just going to have to bear with me. We're going to bring up this match between Tam and Irossy. And I think I've got a timestamp for the first two. I don't have a timestamp for the last one, but we'll find it. I think round about 31:52 is where we want to look here. So let's just drag that along to about 31. So what this is all about is, this was a first round match in the 10-ball Virtual World Championships, and we had Tam up against Irossy, who has a Chinese flag, and Irossy, as far as I'm aware, is somebody that plays a fair bit of snooker. I've never seen him playing 10-ball. So he's obviously entered this tournament. Is he fully aware of the rules, or is he aware that 10-ball is a called shot game? Well, clearly, if he is or he isn't, he's not paying any attention to it. Let's look at this first incident. It's going to come up in a few seconds, I think. Good boy, it's 4-0, and he's got to common sense has got to prevail at some point. Let me have a look. Yeah, about 31:52. I think I'm a bit early. He's not going to win with all-out attack. Right, this is. Let's be honest. This should be it now. I mean, there's not going to be much control over this simply because Irossy's about to play the bottom rail. This safety in the 2 here, and Tam's coming to the table, and I'm talking about Tam pushing the 2 ball through and trying to lock him up. What he does is he pushes the 2 up to the short rail. Irossy in trouble. So this is Tam playing his shot right now. And you'll see the 2 ball is now, the 2 ball is now hooked. And Irossy, now this is the golden rule in 10-ball. This is my golden rule. Whenever you're playing a kick shot, you've got to call a pocket. No matter where the pocket is, you've got to call a pocket. Or the other option is you can call a safety. Now, I'm making a fair guess that Irossy doesn't know how to call a safety in the first place, but other guys are maybe have contradicted some of that in the chat while watching this stream, that he does understand miscalling, and in one incident he did call a shot, but in all incidents he's not called a miscall in this match. So let's watch the shot. Okay, he's done it the other way, but it's an easy enough kick. So this is the first incident. If he hits the back of this, he could scratch. So he's kicked at the 2, and you can see where the 2 ball is heading. But you can also see in the HUD that he has not called the 2 ball. There was no top-down view to show you the pocket he was actually going to call it in, so he has not called the shot. He's avoided that. He hasn't called safety, so that'll be a miscall. So straight off the bat, he's now looking at kicking at the next ball because he's also hooked in it. But he's not made any attempt to do a miscall. He's not queried anything about the rules, and he carries on from there. He's not going to do it, or is he? Does he understand that? So he's carried on. I've started typing in the chat because that annoyed me. I don't like to get involved in matches, but as Steve wasn't in watching this, I decided I was going to get involved. But now when I typed that in the chat there, I'm getting involved. He made no response to this. The important thing is he made no response to the first incident there where I told him it was a miscall. He totally ignored it, didn't respond to it at all. So we'll let it go at that. Now, again, you've just got to bear with me. It's a bit untidy. It could have been better organised than this. I'm going to go to 53:58 now. It's round about then, I think. Let's go to there. We'll call it about there, and we'll see what happens next. Now, I can tell you straight away, let's just pause it. I can tell you straight away, the incident is going to come up fairly soon. Now, this 3-ball up here on the long rail, Irossy is going to be hooked on that 3-ball, and he's going to play a kick to the rail to catch the 3. Now, first of all, again, he's playing a kick shot, and he's not calling a pocket, or neither has he called a safety. When he brushes the 3-ball, he catches the 6, and the 6 goes in. And again, he makes no attempt to call a miscall. So let's watch what happens. Now, it might be the obvious thing, because he plays a lot of snooker and doesn't play any of this game at all, I don't think. I wonder if he knows how to miscall. So here we go. And in goes the 6. Well, here's another example. Let's see if he does it this time. Because if he doesn't do it this time, I'm going to get really annoyed. So now you can see he's just going to catch the edge of the 3 and continue playing. So once again, that is another miscall that he's avoided. So you can see I'm getting annoyed. And on he goes, and he's been told there, and now he's questioning. He's got a question mark in the chat. Now he says, I think so. We don't know what the hell that is. I've just said you flunked a ball, you must miscall those shots. And we're telling him, use control and M. And then I think this is where he says, well, I should have been told that at the start. I think this is where he responds. I think if we look at the chat in the room, I think this is where he does say, I wish I could bloody type. And now he's telling you it's not my business, you know, but it is my bloody business because I'm making it my business. But I'm sure I'm making it my fucking business, pal. And I'm annoyed. That's twice he's done it. Apologies for the F-bomb there. And Tam says, but it is mine. You have done this twice now. And I think this is where he will. I'm just tabbing out for a second. In fact, it won't matter if I tab out because Google Translate doesn't work when you paste it into VP4. If you try to paste any Chinese symbols, nothing like that works in VP4. Well, he does mention about he wasn't told this at the start or something. Now bear in mind that the information is on the tournament page. It does tell you that this is a call shot game. It's written there in black and white. I'm typing, you understand how to miscall. Now I can't type. Right, let's try and make the typing understandable. The faster I try and type, the worse I get. But anyway, he does respond. It's taken a while, but he does respond, and he does say he should have been told something like that before the tournament starts. So this is incident number 2. And again, he's ignoring the rules. He's ignoring the advice, more to the point. I think that's the point that needs to be stressed. He's ignoring the fact he's been told to miscall. He's been told how to do it, control and M. He's going to start to give me abuse pretty soon. So on he goes and on he goes and on he goes.
No response to that one. So I have to use my own interpretation and say no, he hasn't got a clue. But he's already been told at least twice how to miscall. Now remember as well, with these new rules that Steve's implemented, if anybody combos the
but we'll leave it at that. You've just got to take my word for it that he does say he should have been told before the start or something. Right, so let's see if we can find the final incident. This is the one that effectively ends the match because, you know, Tam's well beaten anyway. The issue isn't the fact that Tam's well beaten, because Tam played crap and he's the first to admit that. But if we go to, let's see where we are. Give it a blast. We're not far off it. Cue ball's going to head in though. Now, if I'm right in thinking, the final incident is a kick on the 6 ball, and he doesn't call the kick again.
Well, this
obviously
seems to have been a pattern all the way through this match with how racks have just leaked away from Tam. But now it's just a roll through. I don't think. Right, let me pause that because it's in the next rack. Let's move it on a little bit. This is what happens when you do things haphazardly the way I do it. Haphazard ways of doing things, you'll get there eventually, but it's messy. But it's the only way I could think of doing it. Weight it into the side.
If I was a video editor, I would have software and I'd go and do it, and it'd be better presentable. But this is better than nothing at all.
That's going nowhere. So cue ball's going to come off the bottom rail. Needs to slow up. Oh, that was well done. But he needed to come back the way. Run and see if you can get there. That is on. I don't think you can get there. So you send the 6 ball up towards the 10 and the 9. Hit that far too hard. Might get lucky though.
The 6 ball is coming back to the point. This is it now. We're organised now. So as you can see, Irossy is about to come to the table. Tam's shot is just ending once the 6 ball finally stops rolling. And Irossy is going to kick from the long rail opposite and kick the back of the 6. Again, no attempt to call the shot. The 6 ball, needless to say, you know where it's headed. It's headed into this side pocket here. So we'll watch that.
That's done. Well, a bit of good fortune. Well, it was 12 noon it started. Now, Irossy didn't call that into the side. So that's a miscall. That's the third and final time it happens, because then he says there this is not miscall. Now he's querying whether that should be a miscall or not. And of course it's a miscall, because you must call a kick or a bank. So now he's... I didn't see him call that. Did he call that 6 into the side?
Now at that point I'm confused myself, because I'm thinking I'm wrong. I'm thinking he did call it, but he didn't. You can see it in the HUD that he never called it. And we never had the top-down view again, which means he never called it. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not wrong, but I know I'm not wrong because I've seen it all. So that's the point where he plays a third shot that is a miscall, and he totally ignores the rules. And so Tam then had enough and quit. So make your decision and make your choice as to whether Irossy's up to something here, and whether he's going to continue doing that during the tournament. The one thing that Steve was told was to keep an eye on him. I know that if I was the tournament director, Irossy would be no longer in the winner's side. He would have been forfeited. That's the type of guy I am. I would have done it. He's been told 3 and more times during the match, and you must be dumb. you can't be that ignorant. He understands English, he can type English, and with all of that information, then I would have tossed him. So, but then again, I'm pretty harsh when it comes to that.